In this lecture, I am going to demonstrate unsupervised classification using QGIS 3.145. Unsupervised classifiers do not utilize training data as the basis for classification. Pixels are aggregated into a number of classes based on the natural groupings or clusters present in the image values. The classes that result from unsupervised classification are spectral classes. In the supervised approach, we define useful information categories and then examine their spectral separability. In the unsupervised approach, we determine spectrally separable classes and then define their informational utility. One common form of clustering, called the k-means approach, accepts from the analyst the number of clusters to be located in the data. The algorithm then arbitrarily seeds or locates that number of cluster centers in the multidimensional measurement space. A widely used variant of the k-means method for unsupervised clustering is an algorithm called Iterative Self-Organizing Data Analysis Technique A, or ISOData. This algorithm permits the number of clusters to change from one iteration to the next by merging, splitting, and deleting clusters. Open QGIS, click on Layers, navigate to Add Layers, and add Raster layer. Click on Raster Dataset Ellipsis button and select the area of interest prepared in the last lecture. Click on Open, click on Add and Close. Make it a standard false color composite. Right click on the layer, click on Properties, and in the symbology, make it 3, 2 and 1. Click on Apply and OK. So this is the standard false color composite of the area of interest that I have prepared in my last lecture, and I am going to perform unsupervised classification on this image. So I need the semi-automatic classification plugin for it that I have already installed, and I have demonstrated it in my last lecture. So click on SCP and click on band set. Click on the refresh list, and in the drop down arrow select the area of interest and click on band processing. Click on clustering, and in the method select k-means and number of classes, keep it 10, and maximum number of iterations, keep it 10. Standard deviations are required for ISOData, and minimum class size is required in case of ISOData. So these are not required here. So keep it as default and click on Run. Define the destination folder and name it. So I will name it unsupervised 2 and save it in TIFF format. Click on Save, and it will take some time for processing, so keep patience. Now the task is complete, so minimize this dialog box, and on the unsupervised layer, right click on it and click on Properties. In the symbology, in the render type, keep it in unique values, and you can change the colors in the color ramp, and if it looks good you can keep it also, or you can change it from here. So I will assign this color and click on Apply. Now we can see that the system has classified the entire image into 10 classes, and you can see it from here that many of the classes are not discernible through naked eye, but the system has classified, and you can compare it with a standard false color composite also, and you can see that how it has detected so many classes even within the sands. As you can see here, these are the sands that we have identified in our supervised approach, but see that the system has classified so many classes even over the sands. So this is the advantage of this method, that many of the classes, many of the DN values which are not discernible through naked eye can be identified using this approach. So this unsupervised map can be used as an additional source of information for preparation of land use land cover map, and it can be used as an input for further processing also. So this is the advantage of this method, and this is one way in which we can perform this task. There are other ways also. The same task can be performed using different tools also, but this is one way in which it can be done. So this is all about the unsupervised classification using QGIS 3.145.